Boston Celtics head coach Ime Udoka gets suspended for an entire year for reportedly having a consensual relationship with a coworker. And here's what they're not telling you. This story is absolutely insane. And there is so much more to the story than what's happening in the tabloids and in the media. Let's try to put the puzzle pieces back together. What I want to say before we go into this, no matter what, I implore you to just do your own thinking, do your own research, and understand there's a lot more to the story no matter what the media or whoever tells you. And with that being said, social media exploded on Wednesday the 21st because Woj and Shams tweeted out, Celtics head coach Ime Udoka had an improper, intimate, and consensual relationship with a female member of the team staff, and it's been deemed a violation of franchise code of conduct. And once this tweet hit the internet went wild. They were searching, they were diving, they were trying to figure out what happened. And initially, the report was that it was consensual. Then now they're saying that it may have not have been consensual. And now more reports are even pointing to saying that it may be more than just one woman. Overall, Ime Udoka received a 1-year suspension for this, and even considered to resign from the role and quote-unquote never coach again when the initial report came out. Then eventually was debunked and said he was not going to retire or resign. And as a Celtics fan in all this, I saw the initial report and said, oh, that's brutal. You know, what happened? That stinks because, Celtics went to the finals, the young stud coach, like all this stuff. And then while I was reading into it, I realized he's engaged to Nia Long. There's a lot more to the story that they're not telling us. So I waited for a little bit more to come out because I wanted to make a video on it. And I wanted to get more context because I don't want to just throw something out there that has no research or anything about it. And since the initial report, there's been a few things that came out. TMZ received a statement from his fiance, Nia Long. The Celtics made a statement, and Ime Udoka made a statement. So let's start with Nia first. Her statement is, the outpouring of love and support from family, friends, and the community during this difficult time means so much to me. I ask that my privacy be respected as I process the recent events. Above all, I'm a mother and will continue to focus on my family. And in that same TMZ report, I was reading through it and something caught my eye. It reads, Nia Long says she's going to need all the support she can get after being blindsided by her fiance, Celtics coach Ime Udoka, who we've learned kept her in the dark about this affair, even though the team busted him about it months ago. The team busted him months ago? So you're telling me the team knew about this months ago and didn't leak it then. So what I think happened, more came out and they said, okay, we have to get in front of this. I'm telling you right now, guys, something happened that they're not telling us that is very, very bad. Because for the Celtics to release this information knowingly that it would bring insanely amount of controversy towards them for airing out their young head coach, especially knowing for a couple months that this already happened, more information must have came out that something more than just a quote-unquote consensual relationship happened. And let's talk about Ime's statement. This statement told me something as well. The statement reads, I want to apologize to the players, fans, and the Celtics organization and my family for letting them down. I am sorry for putting the team in this difficult situation, and I accept the team's decision out of respect for everyone involved. I have no further comment. Pretty strong. And I understand what is he going to say in this moment, but he's not denying it or anything, just strictly just taking it on the chin and moving on. Next, let's talk about the Celtics state. The Boston Celtics owner, Wyc Grousbeck, and Celtics president, Brad Stevens, did a press conference. First, in the press conference, they confirmed that Ime was suspended, and Wyc also confirmed
multiple violations. There were a couple of violations at least. Yep.
Next, Brad defends the women in this organization who were unfairly getting dragged through social media.
But I think, the only thing that I would like to say, I thought, we have a lot of talented women in our organization, and I thought yesterday was really hard on them, and nobody can control Twitter speculation and rampant. But I do think that we, as an organization, have a responsibility to make sure we're there to support them now, because a lot of people were dragged unfairly into that.
Personally, I think this piece is one of the most important things that Brad said, because the internet was running through the Celtics organization desperately to find these women and who they were and incorrectly identifying them, so it was bringing women that weren't even involved into the situation and just getting unfair publicity. And ever since this information came out, if you are in sports, you probably have an opinion on it. And ESPN, all these companies ran with this. Whether you're Stephen A. Smith, Matt Barnes, and several others, everyone is trying to draw lines to prove something. All I'm going to say is that I really believe in innocence until proven guilty. That's very important in the situation. But with that being said, I can't help but believe there are several more shoes to drop on this story. And whenever new stuff comes out, I'm going to make a video on it because this is absolutely insane in the NBA community.